What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 37, and we start today's episode off with a game against Zenit St. Petersburg here away in Russia for our second Champions League group stage game with Paris FC. We won on match day 1 away in England against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We beat them by 2-1 in our first ever European game. Now taking on Zenit St. Petersburg here away in Russia. They also won on match day 1 as they beat the Scottish side Celtic. So taking them on here away in Russia. First chance fell to Zenit. Hulk's shot was well saved by Barmy and it was still 0-0. And in the 34th minute here, Axel Witsel, the Belgian, had a great chance to open the scoring for the home side. Put his shot wide, the post and behind for a goal kick. So it was still goalless in this game. And at half-time, as you can see, we'd had more of the ball, but hadn't really done much with it. But in the second half, we had a great chance to open the scoring here, just 13 minutes before the final whistle. Yannick Giron, the little man, wins the ball back, sprints down the left-hand side, plays the ball into the centre, picks out his teammate Moussa Dembele, and what an absolute sitter that was from Dembele. How he missed that, I have no idea. And Dembele, of course, had a very poor season last year, started this one off really well, but that was a big miss, and that goal, well, the goal it would have won us the game there, but unfortunately, he dragged his shot wide of the post and behind for a goal kick, and it was how the game would finish as well. Final score, Zenit 0, Paris FC 0. The final chance fell to us, but sadly, the header from Florian Pella went over the bar and behind for a goal kick, so that's now 3 games without a win. That lost to PSG in the last game, and of course, that draw against Lyon 2 in the game before that, so 3 games without a win, 3 games without a goal. Not much going right until now, as you can see. Players leaving on international duty. Courtier being called up once again, this time whilst being registered as a Paris FC player, and also Barmy's being called up to the national team as well, which is fantastic to see. And it also means I can pose a question to you guys, which I've been waiting to ask for quite some time now. Should I take the France job from the catalogue? Should I make myself manager of France? Yes or no? This is a question I'm asking you today, and I want you to decide as well by voting in a straw poll. So if you want to vote for the future of this series, then open up the description, click on the link in the description, and let me know whether you think I should take the France job or not, because now we've got players that are getting called up for the France side whilst being registered with Paris FC, and they're not just players we've brought, they're players we've been developing as well, because Barmy, of course, is a player that came out of the academy, is a youth team graduate, he's now in our first team. I'm sure he won't be France's #1 right now, I'm sure that's still going to be Lloris, but either way, Barmy's been called up to the national team, and I did say as well, when this series started, there were going to be reasons as to why I should consider possibly taking the job offer from the catalogue. We didn't do that last year in Club and Country. We had to wait 101 episodes before we were given the offer, and the series didn't have many episodes left in it after that. So I'm beginning to think now, maybe because we've been given a player getting called up to the national team, he may not win a cap, he may not play for France, but because we got one that came through our academy, should we go ahead and take the job off from the catalogue? It's going to be your decision, not mine. So if you want to vote for the future of this series and where we should take the France job, let me know by voting in the description. You'll just see the link in there. It'll say vote here and a link. You know how straw polls work on my channel, and you can go ahead and vote for me to either take the France job or continue to wait and see if it ever gets given to me naturally. Because the thing is, if we continue to wait, I'm fine doing that, don't get me wrong, but it means that we'll be waiting for quite some time. I'd imagine we probably won't get given a job offer until next season at the very earliest, and that's the very earliest. And of course, there is a World Cup come the end of this season, so yeah, it's worth considering at least, because I know that it'll be more fun to get it ourselves and get it naturally, but we'll be waiting for quite some time, I think. And now we've got players getting called up, which have been through our academy. I think it is at least worth considering. But I'll let you guys choose anyway. Vote in the description, and yeah, let me know if you guys think I should take the France job or not. Now we're starting getting players called up to the national side, and ones we've been developing as well. So we're taking with Stade Rennais here for the second game of today's episode here away from home. This is the final fixture of the 6 we've had, which have been really important in this really big and hectic run of games, really. Taking on the side that are currently sitting at the top of the table. Taking on Stade Rennais here away from home. Not much really happened in the first half, but in the second half, the game sprung into life. And unfortunately, the home side would take the lead just past the hour mark here. And this was really poor as well, because we had ourselves a corner up the other end of the pitch. And when we concede a goal, literally seconds after taking a corner, that's just very poor, isn't it? So we gave the ball away from the corner. Stade Rennais went on the break. And unfortunately for us, Grosicki, the number 10, gets his second of the season and makes it Stade Rennais 1, Paris FC 0. So we fall behind in this game, and I was thinking to myself, oh god, here we go again. This will be our second loss in 3 games, 4 games without a win as well. But just a few minutes after conceding that goal, we wanted to break ourselves here, and Ambrose found Boga here, running through one-on-one. Kid gave it back to Ambrose, but instead went for goal himself, and Jeremy Boga, who was signed from Stade Rennais at the start of the season, one of our first ever signings with Paris FC, gets the goal and makes it Stade Rennais 1, Paris FC 1. So I was refusing to lose for the second time in 3 games. This will be our second loss in 2 league games as well. Couldn't afford to let it happen against big sides, against PSG, and an informed side against Stade Rennais as well. Had to at least try and get a point in this game, and Jeremy Boga gets his first of the season there. Ambrose with the assist, and does put us back on level terms as he makes it Stade Rennais 1, Paris FC 1. The home side had another good chance here in the 71st minute, but dragged his shot wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. And in the 82nd minute here, we win the ball back with a great tackle by Boscagli and go on the break. Vincent Perez receives the ball and finds Jeremy Boga, the goal scorer, plays it through towards Thiam, through towards Chen Kua, down the right hand side, off the bench. He swings it across to the centre, and who does he pick out? You know who he's picking out, Thierry Ambrose, who heads it in and makes it Stade Rennais 1, Paris FC 2. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, this season he is not looking as good as he did in the first season and the second season. He scored 37 goals in the first season, 29 in the second season, all those goals being league goals of course, and this season not off to a red hot start like the first 2 seasons, but he's still scoring important goals, none more important than this one, as in the 85th minute he surely wins us the game with his 4th league goal of this season so far. So Ambrose heads it in, turns the game on its head, makes it Stade Rennais 1, Paris FC 2, and if we wasn't going for a great save by Jan Sommer in stoppage time, would have got his 2nd goal of the game and wrapped up the 3 points. But it didn't matter in the end, we won the game by 2 goals to 1. Stade Rennais 1, Paris FC 2, the score at full time, and we do claim a massive, massive win here in a game which really did spring to life in the second half after a very poor first half. So really pleased to win this game, Ambrose with a goal and an assist, and you know, I was just thinking to myself in that game, had we lost that game, that would have been 4 games without a win, and you know, we lost the game by a goal to 0 for example, 4 games without a goal as well, which would have been really, really poor for us. Goal, that was a really weird way of saying goal. 4 games without a goal, which would have been really, really poor for us, but instead winning the game by 2 goals to 1, turning it on its head, that's what we need to do with Paris FC this year if we want to win the title. We're already several points behind where we were at this stage last season, and you know, I read the comments, and I know so many of you guys have been saying that the reason why this save hasn't been as interesting as it possibly could have been is because we've been having, you know, so much progression already, just 2 and a bit seasons in now. But you know, clearly we are taking a little bit of a step back here. The team may be progressing a little bit, but we're not playing as well as last season, which was our first in this division. So clearly it's not as easy as some of you guys seem to think it is. But so we take on Troyes here for the 3rd and final game of today's episode here on the back of that 2-1 victory against Stade Rennais, that of course ending a 3-game streak without a win. Now taking on Troyes at home, we'd definitely be favourites coming into this game, and that's why just 4 minutes in, directly from kickoff, we would open the scoring. A lovely passing move. We didn't let the away side touch the ball once, as Dingombe gets the ball down the left-hand side, takes it around his man, feeds Thierry Ambrose, and Ambrose gets his 2nd goal in 2 games and his 5th in the season so far. So Paris FC 1, Troyes 0, and we take the lead in this game directly from kickoff. I just love it when you score directly from kickoff without letting the AI have a touch of the ball. I don't know why, but it's just so awesome knowing that you haven't let them have a single touch of the ball and you've already put the ball in the back of the net directly from kickoff. But it's Paris FC 1, Troyes 0, and of course, just because I said that there, you know exactly what's going to happen here, don't you? Yep, Troyes are going to equalise directly from their kickoff as they work their way forward, but instead we did get a touch of the ball. This shot hit Martial, deflected onto the post, and sadly the rebound was turned in the centre and Troyes grabbed themselves an equalising goal. So this is a really unlucky goal for us to concede there. They work their way inside, the shot comes in, Martial's block hits the post, and then Beckham Menga turns in the rebound and makes it Paris FC 1, Troyes 1, as he could not miss from there. So your away side back on level terms, and I said that coming into this game we should be favourites to win it. We should be considered, you know, really big favourites to win this game considering where the 2 sides are in the league table right now. But Troyes would take the lead here and turn the game on its head in the 14th minute like we did to Stade Rennais. They cut inside from the left hand side, take a shot, and Barmy, he's just been called up to the France side, and I think he should be doing better than that. That's at his near post, he shouldn't be beaten there, but the number 23 puts the ball in and does make it Paris FC 1, Troyes 2, as the away side decided to take the lead for the first time in the game, but thankfully for us in the 35th minute, we would equalise here and get ourselves back on level terms. It's a little man, Yannick Giron, getting his second goal of the season. We win the ball back here, play it inside to him, he goes through one-on-one, and Yannick's first goal came from a free kick. This one not as difficult, an easy finish into the back of the net, and a number 21 with that fabulous beard at just 17 years old makes it Paris FC 2, Troyes 2. So half time, as you can see, it was level at 2-2. Pretty balanced first half, I felt, and in the second half, honestly, nothing was really happening at all. One of the rare chances fell in stoppage time here as Yannick whipped in a delicious ball towards Cardinale here. The two youth academy prospects link up, but unfortunately our big centre-back was denied by a great save with the goalkeeper at the near post, and he kept the score at 2-2. And it was also how the game would finish as well. Final score here, Paris FC 2, Troyes 2, and proof that things aren't going as well as we would like them to do, because that's now just one win in our last 5 games. And this is not the incredible start to the season I was hoping for with Paris FC. But that is going to end today's episode of Club and Country, guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to vote, of course, in the description. Let me know whether you guys think I should take the job off from the catalogue or not. I don't mind whether it's yes or no. You guys decide though and make the decision for the future of the series. Thank you for watching this video though. Please do consider leaving a like if you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to vote, and I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.